How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Well, hello and welcome to day 17 of 30 Days of AI from 100 School. Pretty excited about today. We're going to be using Zapier to build some zaps. All right, let's jump in and get started. All right, so build our first workflow. All right, one tiny trigger, a whole chain of events. This is where our workflow begins. Day 17. Okay, let's look at a magician pull off a trick. How did it happen so smoothly? Yeah, I know, magic. It's not real. It's fun though. All right, today we're going to trick ourselves. We'll build a workflow that takes a form response and turns it into a notification. The frustration when you realize we've done the exact same task for the 10th time. Yeah, it sounds about right. All right, but here's the fun part. It's the same basic logic behind every AI agent you'll create. Master the trick now, the bigger stage opens up to you. All right, build our first flow. Let's go. Where's the instructions? Over here. It opened up in my other screen. Here we go. All right. Day 17. All right, so let's start a chain reaction. So we want to build a workflow. A friend once explained a workflow like dominoes. Think of it like this. Set up one domino. When it falls, the next one topples, then the next and the next. All right, that clicked. That makes sense because a workflow is one trigger. You fill out a form, get a notification. Now, there's obviously other things that we can do besides in between that fill out a form and get a notification. But at least people are in the loop very quickly instead of getting emails. Most people don't even check emails nowadays. I notice that a lot too. No hands, no extra clicks. Today we'll set up Zapier, a form to notification automation. It's simple, but it's the building block. All right, what tools what are objectives? That's more important. So we're going to use Zapier to quickly set up our first automation. I have a few automations, so it's not my first one. It's all right. Configure a test and a Google form, so a notification workflow, and identify other opportunities in our role that follow the same logic. So today what we're going to use, Zapier, Google Forms, Slack, or email. So what's a workflow? It's a series of steps where something happens, so a trigger, and that makes something else happen, an action. All right, that's pretty simple of a workflow explanation. Thanks, Max. That was good. All right. So what do we have? So Spotlight. AI professionals spot patterns in their work chains into workflows. All right. Peter, what are you doing, Peter? They use Zapier to automate several parts of their property management business. There we go. Property management. We were just talking about that. Here's a quick thread of the top 5 zaps that we use to save time. Automatically post 4- and 5-star Google business reviews to Slack so the team knows. All right. New review, only continue if, send it to Slack. Okay. I guess that keeps people happy. I don't know. I'd rather have it go to a website or something like that. I guess, I don't know. That's up to them. Okay. So automate the workflows. Yesterday, we sorted our workflows into 4 buckets. We sharpened our instincts. Today, we're going to build an automation workflow. Why is this important? Because every AI agent is essentially a workflow with added intelligence. Yes, if then if A, then B. Master simple workflows today, and you're already halfway to mastering agents. All right. A workflow. Oh, he's explaining it to us again. This time he adds emojis. All right. Something happens, and then the action is one or more things happen automatically. So an example at work, a new lead fills out a form, create a calendar event or follow-up, bonus action, send a Slack notification to the sales team. Now, this is a very simple one. I've built some before where you do lead enrichment. So you look up online, a couple things, but I use Lindy for that. I think I talked about Lindy before. Lindy's a great tool. You want to look into something for personalizing and helping out emails. Look into Lindy. All right. Today's project, form to Slack or email. Today you build a Zap that instantly sends a Slack message or an email. I know we did email yesterday. I think we'll do Slack today. Every time someone fills out our form. This means no more refreshing spreadsheets, no more missing responses, instant visibility to the team. Prerequisites. Before starting, we need to have a Google account. We do. Access to a Google form. We do. Slack or Gmail. I have both. A free Zapier account. I am on the paid Zapier account, but you can do this on the free account. It's okay. All right. Use your personal account first. Yes, you don't want to mess with your work stuff, especially you don't want to send weird zaps through your work Slack. You don't want your boss yelling at you for something weird, but maybe they might be interested in what are you doing? Then you can be the AI guy. That's how I started, just messing around. All right, this step-by-step Slack, but we can build it however we want. So we get an email alert, or we can send it to Notion, or we can do SMS via Twilio, or create an event automatically on the calendar. This is really good with Lindy if you want to do something like that. All right.
Hey Dan, how do you spell Lindy?
Lindy,
Okay.
Lindy.ai.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, this is a great personal assistant. I used to use it a lot. Like I said before, I do have it set up. I had a trigger that works recently, but this is a very good way to connect your emails and use stuff for your emails. I know that's not what we're talking about today, but it is a very, very good tool. And I actually learned it from 100 School, and that this is one of the tools that I used quite a bit.
Okay.
Not so much anymore. I know I need to get a little bit more into it. All right, so setup. So you've made this Google form template and we can copy it. I already have that. So open the link, connect the three dots, make a copy, rename the test form Zapier practice, grab the shareable link, submit one or two dummy responses. So I already have that here. I didn't rename it though. Zapier practice, so 30 days. Okay. And then here's the form that Max suggested. Let's fill out copy responder link. So we're going to go and fill out the form. Just do a couple basic ones here. Oh, it's not even letting me. Okay, I have to sign in. All right, I'm just going to a different Google profile, so I'm not signing in. And the document isn't even published. Okay, I guess I'll have to publish this one. There it is. Anyone? Okay. All right, let's try again. There we go. Okay, well, I don't need to do that. We need to ask a question, so we want to share it. That's what we want to do. Okay, responder view. So we want to change this to anyone. Okay, so when we are sharing it, that's how we share it. So we publish it first, then we share it to anyone. Now it should work without having me to sign in. There we go. Okay. Just do our work email. Test one. Okay. We got one. Let's do one more, just so we have two examples. What's your name? Frank.
Yep. Keith. Oh, you want the email?
Yeah. No, I don't need your email. I'm just putting the name in here.
Okay.
No worries. I'll just put my email, so you don't have to put your feedback on here. You never know who's going to be watching these. People can see my email address. I don't have to ask for yours. Thank you, though. Okay, we'll minimize that. We don't need that now. All right, so we should have two responses. We sure do. All right, so we have a couple. What's happening? All right, so start from a template. All right, so go to the Zapier workflows, explore all templates, short Google Forms to Slack. All right, so that's what he wants us to do. So let's go here. So templates, so I already did that. So I just clicked the link and I already searched before. So there's a couple different ones here. So we can just get Google notifications in Slack. This one is a formatter by Zapier. I don't know what that does. This one looks simpler, but I don't know this one and I'm curious. So I want to choose this one. Okay. Plus 2 steps. So this is like a recipe. I know he talks about this. So templates lets us working from a recipe instead of creating a blank zap. So inventing a dish from scratch. Okay. So let's use this one. So what is the one in the middle? So I just don't get that. The process of collecting responses, I get that. By streamlining this flow, users can ensure important submissions are communicated, collaborate. What's the formatter? Plus the 2 steps. Okay, well, we're going to try that one because I don't know what it does. And I like to press buttons and I'm not supposed to sometimes. Okay. All right, here we go. So Copilot. Okay. Oh, well, thanks. Our Zap has a good foundation. I like that. Okay, first we'll set up the automation of our Google Forms. Wow. It's doing all of this for us already.
Oh, okay.
All right. Or at least it's setting it all up. This is pretty cool. Okay, so failed to configure, no authentication, Google Forms. Okay, needs an account first. All right, so form, no options are available. So why? Okay, Google Forms, trigger, new form response, connect Google Forms. Okay, I'm not connected to my Google account. All right, that's okay. I think I'm guessing because I'm setting up a new Zap, it didn't pull in my information. That would be my guess. Okay, form, copy of test forms. Okay, there we go. So it did automatically pull this through. There's all the other forms that I have that I've shared. Okay. All right, so we got that one. That was this copy of tests form. I don't know if Max forgot the T. It's all right.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Is that is that like a term I'm supposed to recognize? Test?
Yeah, a test form. Yeah, come
Of
on.
course.
You're in IT. You know about AI. You should know what test forms are.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So continue. Okay, test our trigger. To confirm the trigger is set up, we'll find recent forms. Okay, and that's why Max told us to do too. So we're going to test it. Okay, so it does have A and B. So let's take a look. There we go. There's 2. There's both of ours in the form. Let's do A. All right, so response ID, create time, submitted, the ID itself, the email, the name, and the feedback that we want. So all of the data points that we asked for. Obviously, we can do more if we want to do more. So let's do response A. I like that one. Okay, app, formatter by Zapier. Okay, event time. So what does this do? I'm curious. Works with dates and times to change the formatting with line item support. Works with numeric data to do math operations. Oh, reformat currencies. Okay. All right. So maybe somebody fills out a form and they ask, maybe we ask what their budget is. I'm thinking like B2B. So what's your budget? And if they're not in the US or if they're in a different currency, we can format that. And this is the, okay, I understand what the formatter by Zapier is. It changes the format to work it in a more readable or understand. Because yeah, the format with the date and the time, you saw that it was like a whole bunch of weird numbers. It doesn't say 20 a.m. Central Time. So it was in a not English speaking format. Look up in table. Okay, so that's what the formatter is. See, we learned something new. That's why I like playing around with stuff. I have no idea what it is. Okay, so let's just do date and time. We'll work with that one. And then we're going to choose the date time. So we won't add, subtract, compare dates. Let's do the formatting. Okay, so the insert data. So the input, that would be the field mapping. So we want to find the create time. Yeah, I mean, that's not a terrible format, but it's not super clean, and you have to think about it for a minute. Last submitted time, let's just do the create time. And then we change that to something. Let's make it January 22nd. I know this is not European friendly. I don't know why we do it this way. This is the right way to do it. Okay, we'll change it to the easiest way. Let's do this. What do you think? This one? January? Nah,
Yeah,
short.
that's fine. Sure.
Yeah, we'll do the short. Okay. To time zone. Well, I am in mountain time zone, and this is my form. So I'm going to put it in mountain. And we're going to change that to this format from UTC. Okay. Oh, no, from format. This was the format. Okay, so the original format, that's what we're going from to this. All right. Are we getting too far ahead? We might be getting too far ahead. Sometimes I do that and I go back and I didn't do the instructions correctly. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, try the workflow. After we pick your template, look in the bottom corner. That's Copilot. Okay. Yeah, we didn't use Copilot because we didn't need to yet. What does this thing do? You can try asking it. Can I send this to email instead? Why isn't this working? Okay, so here's the Copilot over here that helps us answer questions. I'm just not using it because I like to play around a little bit myself. That's okay, but we could ask it questions. I wonder how much Copilot you get for free on the free plan. I don't know. All right. Okay, so we got some ideas. Step 4, configure the trigger. We kind of did that already. Sort of. This is where we tell Zap, hey, watch this form. When someone fills it out, do your thing. Event, create a spreadsheet, sign in. We did that. Picked our form. We did that. They'll pull in the dummy response. We did that. Nothing shows up. We're good with there. We told Zapier, hey, this is the domino. Okay, configure the action. All right, you're telling Zapier what to do. All right, so this is where we're at right now. So Slack, send channel message, channel workspace, pick where the alert should go, write your message. You'll see a text box, something like this. Hey, someone just filled out a form. Okay, so we'll do that. So when we get to that. Okay, so test Zap, the formatter, date format. Okay, let's test it. Output. Okay. All right. So this was the input that the form that was filled out on the form. But what we're going to get is October 4th, 2025. Now, I'm assuming I could go back and I could put the time if that's important to me, but I just chose the date, so the day and the year, but the time isn't important, but I could go back and change it if I wanted to. There's the edit button. Okay. So we'll just leave it as is for now. Okay. So now we're going to go to Slack. All right, so we'll do the Slack. So find a message. So what are we going to do here? Add a reminder, archive a conversation. No. Create a channel. No, we're not going to create a channel. Edit a message, find a public channel. So here's a lot of different things that we can do. I think we want to post. We just want to post. Send Slack message. Yeah. So let's just do send. It's not in here. Standard actions, create action. Send channel message. Channel. You can also schedule to send later. All right, we'll do that one. And then our Slack account. Which one is this asking me to do? Yeah, it's going to our Innovating with AI group that we are both a part of. Hopefully Rob won't yell at us for using his Slack. I think he'll be okay with it. All right, so Innovating with AI. View Zaps, test connection, reconnect. Let's test the connection. Let's just see if it's working. Okay, it is working. Fantastic. That was pretty easy to set up. I didn't even have to do my password or anything. Awesome. I might have used this before in a different Zap, so maybe it's easier for me.
Yeah.
All right, select the channel. Okay, so here's all the channels. Oh, nice. These are all the channels that they have. But maybe I don't want to do a channel. Can I do an individual? Can I send it directly to me?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Custom. Previous steps. I did look at my channel ID. So I was looking at my Slack account. I have a channel ID for that just sends directly to me, but I want to do, let's ask. Here, let's just, can I send this to a specific ID? Okay, it thought for a moment. Okay. Okay. It's doing some stuff. Okay, something happened over here. I noticed something happened. Okay. Yes, you can send it. I can see you have Slack open. 3.6. That's not the ID. Okay, let me configure to spend. You can enter the channel ID in the channel field. It should start with C or G for group channels. And mine actually starts with D for direct channels. Let me set up the Slack step. Okay, it failed to communicate. You'll need to connect our Slack account first. We did that. All right, send search events. Okay, this took us back a step. It looks like add an event, account, send a Slack message. Okay. Did Zapier app add Zapier to the channel automatically? No. Okay. So that is my channel ID to send it to myself. And I have done this before, but actually now that I'm thinking, I did it with Lindy where I sent it directly to myself. Let's see here, Slack ID. Let me look at the different channels in here. So like the AI news and shares, see what that channel ID is.
How do you find the channel ID?
Up at the top right of the Slack. So go into the channel and then at the top right, there's the 3 dots. It says open channel ID. And then at the bottom, it has the channel ID, which does start with a C. Do you see it if you're in Slack?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people's names in my Slack, so I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share my Slack screen with everyone. There's a lot of information in here, so I'm not going to do that. But that's where you find it at the top right of Slack to get the channel ID. It'll show you this exact number right here, the C number. So loaded 10 results. You can only search within the loaded results. Refresh results, load more. All results were loaded. So these are all of the channels, but it's not giving me an option to send it to my personal. I'll try again. And I send directly to myself with channel ID. So my personal channel ID starts with a D. I think that's for direct. That would be my guess. Where was that? With channel. So that's my channel ID on Slack. Okay, so it's here. There are 2 Slack message. You can use a channel name like numbers. It keeps giving me this error message. Okay, let me help you set it up. You can send our channel ID, C or G. First, I need to configure. Okay, wow, it's doing a whole bunch of stuff over here on the right. It automatically added the channel. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hold on. Can I send a message? Yes. It looks like it's a direct Slack channel. Let me set it up for you. Oh, wow. I've configured the Slack channel. Form name, responses, remove step, the unconfigured slot, configure it. Okay. So select a channel. Okay, I'm confused now. It said that it did it and I saw it over here, but it actually didn't. This is the fun of building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I notice you have 2 Slack steps. Okay, maybe that's the problem. Looking at the current setup, this appears to be sent to Slack channel. There's a different one. Okay, I guess it is going twice to Slack. Do we need to move? What would work? Remove step to unconfigured. Yes. Let's see if that'll automatically remove the step that isn't working. You asked me a question, I replied yes to it, and then, and then the Copilot was like, I'm confused. All right, so it looks like it removed one of the messages, so we'll let it do its thing.
Yeah. See that.
Now, yes, we could make this easy and we could just send it to a Slack channel, but I don't want to do that. Easy isn't always the best. Okay, here we go. So did it do it? Send a Slack channel. All right, so configure, did we get the configure set up right? Okay, so yeah. So, okay, so what I think happened is when I told the AI Copilot that I want to send it to a specific channel, it added another step to it. So it didn't edit the current step, it just created a new step instead of editing the one. So when I deleted it, which it suggested, it deleted that step, but here is my actual channel, and this is the one that I want it to go to. Awesome. We are good to go. We figured that one out. All right. So add Zapier to channel automatically. Yes, let's do that because it's just my personal. New form response received. Responded ID, no data. Submitted, no data. Okay, send as a bot. Yeah, we can do that. Bot name. Oh, we can change it. We'll just leave it at Zapier to make it easy. Bot icon. Let's do an icon. We could do an icon if we wanted. Dynamic. We'll just let it do its own. Enter text or icon. Okay. Include a link to the Zap. Sure, for now, let's do it. Attach image by URL, so we can attach an image to this. So if it's like a new lead, you know, hey, we got a new lead. If we wanted to, that's awesome. Auto expand the links. You know what? I don't like it when it does that all the time, so I'm going to say no in Slack. Sometimes it's good, but not all the time. Link usernames and channel names, sure. Schedule at file, I can do that. Okay, so this is if we wanted to schedule it, so it won't happen real time. It'll just happen whenever we want. We
Yeah.
could insert a file, put it in a thread. Okay, I guess that's a thread inside of the Slack channels. That sounds about right. Send Slack channel message. What is this one? If yes, the message will be posted in both the thread. Okay, so if we have a thread and a channel. Okay, I get that. Add additional detail. Okay. Excellent. Let's continue. Looks like we're almost done. Let's test this. So send messages to Slack. Yep. This is the validation of everything. Submitted empty fields. All right. Let's test it. Channel not found. All right. Awesome.
That's not the word. That's not the word I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. The status. No. Okay. Maybe I definitely captured my channel ID correctly. So let's see what happens. So help me fix it. So troubleshooting. Yeah, beta. Channel not found. Verify membership. Yep. Reselect channel. Use custom value. If using a custom, ensure using the channel ID format and not the channel name. Yes, I'm definitely using the channel ID. Okay. Let's look again. Send to a Slack channel. Channel ID D8. That is the appropriate channel ID. I'm looking at it. TNBM. That is BMUJ. Yeah, that is appropriately. That is all correct. Send as a bot. Include links. I don't know. Do we don't? Yeah, I don't want to do it as a thread. I don't want to schedule it. Test. Well, I do not know why it's not going to this channel. Working. All right, what can the Copilot do different than over here? All right. The user's having problems. The Slack step needs proper authentication before it can send to my DM channel. Okay. You need to collect your Slack account. I did that. In the Slack step, there's currently open app Slack. No. Account. This is connect. This is the account that I have. Sign into Slack. This should be working. Still doesn't work. Okay, so here, so if it's connected, I mean, it's very clearly connected. We can see that. Connect account. This will open up a pop-up to authorize. We did that. Okay. Use your username instead of channel ID. Okay, if this doesn't work, send to yourself using @channel if you're a private channel with just yourself. Send to yourself using @channel. Okay, so we could use our username, I guess, or the channel ID. Let's do the channel ID. Can we do that? Okay. Let's use @channel. And let's see if it creates another Slack here, or if it lets me. Okay. So it changed it to @channel over here. So it's weird. It won't let me manually do @channel. But it will do it if I tell it to do it over here. To whatever channel workspace is connected. You want to go to a specific channel. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if this is going to work either. Yeah, channel not found. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, I think we can delete it. I'm not going to sit here and play around for the next 45 minutes trying to figure out how to troubleshoot this and record all of this. So we're just going to go back to a standard channel and we can delete it later. All right, so we'll choose a standard, maybe join the network, announcements. Which one can we go that I could delete real quickly? So directory support edits. So we'll just test this just once and then we'll delete it. Hopefully Rob won't get mad and yell at us. I think he'll be okay. If I know much about Rob, I think he'll be okay if I'm testing this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so let's test it. Let's see if it works. All right, this does work. Let's check the Slack channel. Yep, and I can absolutely see it in my Slack channel. Not going to, yeah, I'm not going to bring this up, but it absolutely did work. But I'm going to delete it right away so Rob doesn't yell at me. What are you doing?
What did you see? What is it showing you?
It says new format, new response received.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you could, is there a link there you can click on it or something like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It says Zapier, new form response received, response ID, total score, sent by Zapier. So it's all there. Oops. Yeah.
And presumably, if you use the email approach, you would have received an email from some entity name, and it would be the same sort of message with a link.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. There is a link here, and it does have the response ID. It says submitted. It says a response email. So it has all the appropriate information. Basically what I would expect. I will do this. Yeah. I didn't think about this. I just don't want to share everyone's information, like everyone's first and last names from this. I'm okay with sharing my data publicly, but I'm not going to share everyone else's.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. So I'm trying to unravel this and backtrack mentally here. If we had selected to go the email route instead of Slack, we would still be in this Zap window. We would just be back upstream, creating a different workflow, or I don't know, workflows, a different step pointed towards it. email instead of Slack.
Instead of Slack, yeah, we would remove the Slack channel and we'd just add an email. We could probably also add an email step. Yeah, here, Gmail. So we can also send an email as well.
Oh yeah, okay.
Label, create label, delete. So send email. Yeah, so we can send an email to ourselves as well.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
And that's that. Yeah, so we just fill out all the formatting that way. Okay, we got it. All right. Write your message. Okay, we could do that. Okay, path B, send it to an email address. We saw that. Okay, what's happening? Test domino, test and publish. We did that. Check Slack. It did come through. I asked them to delete it because it's not my Slack channel. All right, so you're done. Okay, that was it for the day. We just built our first automation, sort of. It didn't work for the single channel, but I'll have to troubleshoot that later to figure out why. The real power of Zap is building workflows that do multiple things. One trigger, filter, 3+ actions based on conditions. So that would be something like this. So send it to a Slack message, send an email, whatever it might be. So multiple things happen. Someone fills out the form. There we go. Instead of getting just a notification, everyone knows exactly what happened. Excellent. All right, some other things that we can automate. Oh, this is cool. I didn't get this far. Lead capture to CRM. Add contact to Salesforce HubSpot. Yep. Meeting scheduler. Create a Google Calendar event. Yeah, automatically send a Slack notification. Yeah. For marketing, social media backup, new Instagram post, we automatically save that to Google. For project management, content creators, a lot of stuff here. All right. Oh, common issues. My Slack messages look messy. Zap turned on, but nothing happens. All right. Yeah, none of these were my Slack channel. All right. Share our work. Absolutely. We can share our work here. Did I just build my first workflow? Looks like you did. Awesome. Well, there we go. We are done for the day. 17 days in. This has been exciting. Little bit of troubleshooting today. I'll get that figured out, see why it's not working. But ultimately, good day, easy. Can't believe how easy Copilot is to build a Zap. That was pretty awesome as well.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but a few days ago in one of our courses, we built an agent, an AI agent, and we had it go out and scour news sources and then report to us a summary on whatever topics we were interested in learning about, right?
Yeah.
That's a workflow. Would you agree?
That would be more complex workflow, yes. Yeah, because it does more things and it brings back data. Yeah, it looks like because it does stuff in the middle, like it uses AI to format, not just format the data, but actually create content based off of the news articles and the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a sense, and what I'm asking you is just to make sure my thinking is correct. In a sense, that's the same thing. It's using AI. We set up an agent. There's a workflow. It produces a result. What we learned today is very similar. We're using an AI approach to finding an activity we want to be performed via workflow and then do something with that, like, send it to Slack or Gmail.
Yeah, I think this is more of an automation versus an AI. I mean, the AI helped us with the Copilot, but somebody fills out a form, we're just using automation to send it to a Slack channel. Like we're not using AI or anything to enrich the data or change it or make it different. I mean, the formatting step, like change the format from A to B, maybe that potentially has a little bit of AI incorporated into it. That would be but that's through Zapier. So it's similar, but not the exact same, I think.
That's a good way to describe it. It's an automation versus an agent actually performing the task.
Yeah. because the AI, in the other example, the AI looked at the internet and it found articles, and then it decided what articles were important. So it made decisions on its own. There's no decisions being made. A form is filled out, change it to this format, send it to it's a step by step. We've created, basically, we kind of hard coded it. So like if A, then B, then C, then D. There's no AI, there's no intelligence in the mix. There's no decisions being made in this flow.
I don't know if you want to keep recording this, but
No. It's all right. Well, yes, we can let everyone else go. Thank you for watching and listening and paying attention. Have a great day if you're watching this. Bye. Bye.